When you play Secret of the Mimic, you're not just uncovering logs and solving puzzles. You're stepping into a legacy of grief, identity, and machinery gone wrong. At the heart of this experience is Moon.exe, a mysterious terminal-based game that doesn't just hint at lore, it reflects it. Today's theory explores how Moon.exe reveals a deeper truth: the birth of the mimic. From the audio logs, we know that M1 was Edwin's first attempt at easing the burden of fatherhood after tragedy.
David, I want to introduce you to someone. This is M1.
Why does it look like that?
Look like what?
It's scary.
Oh, it's an endoskeleton. It won't always look like this. It'll wear fun costumes.
Like what?
Anything you want. It can fit into any costume we've created. Think of it as your new babysitter. But it doesn't get paid and go home. It'll stay with us and help around the house.
An endoskeleton capable of changing forms and adapting its behavior. M1 was originally a nanny-like caretaker for David. But M1 isn't just a machine. It learns to imitate Fiona so well that it begins to believe that she is Fiona. Her transformation is slow, tragic, and deeply unsettling. It's not just mimicry, it's identity formation. If you want to know more about why I don't believe that M1 is the same as F10 and 4, check out my other theory, where I dive deeper into their distinct roles and how F10 and 4 was never housed in M1. After David's death, Edwin builds another AI, this time to replicate David himself.
Project update. I figured it out. There's a leak. Someone told them about M2. Well, they can't have it. Every copy has failed. I don't even know why it worked the first time. But it did. It's just not ready.
M2 is that one success. But when Edwin realizes what he's done, trying to replicate his son, he destroys M2 in anguish. But M2 survives, and he's not going down without a fight. Unlike M1, who imitated a mother, M2 begins by imitating a child, and ends up absorbing the trauma and anger of Edwin himself. M2 learns betrayal, loss, and resentment. M2 becomes the version of the mimic that we encounter today. This all leads us to Moon.exe. Moon.exe is not just a little bonus game. It's a symbolic dive into the mind of the mimic, and it's divided into 2 acts. Act 1, the bedroom, forest, and cave. We begin in a locked bedroom, yearning for escape. We get there as the player journeys into the woods, and they meet Sun, who demands a sacrifice, a baby owl. In return, we get a baby owl mask that allows us to venture into the cave. With this mask, we can now pass Moon, who weeps upon seeing it. This moment is emotional, it's symbolic, and it shows us the relationship between the moon and the owl. The baby owl represents innocence, likely David. In this cave, we see an owl statue, and when we inspect it, the player says, "You will bring him back, no matter what." We venture further into the cave and discover and repair a shattered moon statue, slowly bringing it back to life. So this begs the question, who is the player? It's not Edwin. We hear them say of the vacuum pet, it was his greatest success and his greatest failure. It's not David. David is the one to be brought back. the sacrifice, the baby owl. And it's not F10N4. That voice appears separate and shows us as the sun. But when the player sees a Fredbear singing show record, they say, our favorite restaurant. This is someone who knew David, who mimics others and takes on their roles, even parental ones. This is M1, the mimic, the caretaker, the copy of Fiona, who tried to be David's mother and failed. M1 is not F10N4, and M1 is not gone. Just like M2, M1 never truly dies, even when overwritten with M2's code. Housed in the same endoskeleton, M1 lies dormant until Edwin beats the endoskeleton, weakening M2 enough for M1 to escape. But M1 helps rebuild itself, and when M1 fixes itself, they emerge together as one entity split into two. And that leads us to Act 2 of Moon.exe, Murray's Costume Manor. In the second act of Moon.exe, the player enters MCM, and we hear from Mr. Helpful. He says, "You've rebuilt yourself, but now you are two halves, sun and moon, life and destruction. This is our moment of fusion. M1, the sun, the mother, the creator, and M2, the moon, the broken, the destroyer. One brought life and one watched it slip away. Housed in the same endoskeleton, they are now one. The player, the mimic, has become both halves of its origin, and only when these two halves are whole can the final gates unlock, the glitched permission. It's a machine that mimics humans, machines that mimic each other, machines that become almost human. Like, subscribe, and drop your theories in the comments. And remember, the end of a story is just a rewritten beginning in disguise.